Welcome to the Dylan Hildreth Show. I'm Dylan Hildreth, and we're going to answer the question: is Dak Prescott the guy? Is Daniel Jones the guy? But before we get into that, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. I would greatly appreciate it. Helps out the algorithm. Thank you in advance. So the question: is Dak Prescott the guy? I think we all know the answer to that. It is no. He is far closer to a Kirk Cousins than he is a Patrick Mahomes. And it's not close. We have seen time and time again these players on these rookie contracts, they're really, really good early on, and then they get paid. We've seen it here with Dak. We've seen it with Dalton, Jameis Winston. We always see come out of the gate fast because they have all the talent around them because the teams can afford to use the cap around that. Then they get the big deal, and then all of a sudden the defense isn't as good. You don't have as much time in the pocket anymore because all that money that would have went to the tackle, the corner, the defensive end is now going to the quarterback. And that has been the dirty little secret of the Patriots' success. Brady wasn't eating up all that cap space. And that's how Belichick and the Patriots have been able to keep that dynasty going for as long as they have. And I'm surprised that nobody else has really caught on to that, at least from a quarterback perspective. And you see time and time, it happened with golf, with Jared Goff. He didn't get the talent around him, and he started to fall off until he got traded to Detroit. And it's incredible to me that no quarterback has seen this. They want an extra $12 million to buy an extra house in Malibu? Or do you want to play in the Super Bowl each and every year like Tom Brady has? I don't understand it. Nonetheless, Dak Prescott, he's not the guy. And where do you go from here? I don't know. There are going to be a few big names in free agency that Dallas could go after. Jimmy Garoppolo, Derek Carr, I think would be pretty good improvements at quarterback. And this falls for New York as well. But I think the line there is a little bit grayer than what it is in Dallas. So the best shot for Dallas to turn this around is get out of that contract, sign a Derek Carr, Jimmy Garoppolo, someone who's not going to turn the ball over. And if those don't work out, draft a quarterback. Let him sit for a year. It'd be a perfect spot for Will Levis. Sit back, learn, let the game come to him. And if Dak were to get hurt, you got a simple crash course, see what you got. Now, in New York, is Daniel Jones the guy? That I think they have another year on his contract. So it's definitely a wait and see. But I'm still leaning towards no. He had a tremendous season, don't get me wrong. And it wasn't solely him on why the Giants just got slaughtered. But I don't see him ever being a Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, somebody like that. Never have, and I don't think we ever will. He's just not the guy. but I think he is suitable in under the right coach, which I think the Giants have in Brian Daboll. He can win games, make the playoffs, and even win a few games in the playoffs. Nonetheless, I think Daniel Jones is a serviceable guy. He's a good bridge guy. Now you just got to find who's on the other side of that bridge. But nonetheless, there's still another kind of white horse dancing in the wind, and that's the Chicago Bears with that number one pick. Could that be a potential option for the Giants and go all in on a CJ Stroud or a Bryce Young? Or do they kind of play the lottery and potentially go after a Will Levis, let him sit behind Daniel Jones for a year, and then we'll see how Daniel Jones does. If he does well, trade Will Levis, or vice versa. If things go south with Daniel Jones. And the reason why I specifically bring up Levis is because I think an NFL GM that needs a quarterback is in the top 10 and they need a quarterback and they pick Will Levis. I think they're crazy. Will Levis, he's not a franchise changer. I think he has the opportunity to become one in the right system. If he were to go to a Houston, no. If you were to go to Indianapolis, maybe. I do like it. I really do like Indy for a landing spot for a couple of these quarterbacks. But with where Indy is at in the draft, I would be stunned if they didn't trade up. But nonetheless, New York, Daniel Jones, is he the guy? I'm leaning towards no, but I could be swayed. Dak, no, he's not the guy. Cannot convince me otherwise. I've seen enough. It's time to move on. But those are my thoughts. Let me know down in the comments. Is Daniel Jones the guy for New York? Do you still have hope in Dak in Dallas? Let me know down in the comments, and we'll see you in the next one.